Good morning, everyone, and Chodesh Tov. So, continuing with Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel, Mishnah 18, in the first parak of Pirkei Avot, Din Emet u'Mishpat. Ala Din v'ala Shalom and Mishpat. So these three concepts of justice, truth, and peace are basic to the judicial process. First of all, one has to ascertain the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth if there's to be true justice. And you can't rely upon conjecture or imagination. So the Talmud tells this fascinating story that on one occasion, Rabban Shimon ben Shattach recounted that, may I see the consolation of Zion as surely and as clearly as I once saw someone pursuing another person, sword in hand, and they fled into a ruin, and I followed them only to find the pursuer standing there with the sword in his hand dripping with blood, and the other person who he had been pursuing thrashing about in his death agony. So I turned to this man and said, "Oh, wicked man, who killed him? It's got to be either you or me. We're the only people here, and it wasn't me. So what shall I do with you when your fate is not in my hands?" Because the Torah said, by the word of two witnesses or three witnesses shall he die and to be put by death. And there are not two witnesses here. Rather, let the one above who knows all thoughts exact retribution from this man. And before the man could barely move, a poisonous snake bit him and he fell dead. So justice was done. At any rate, Rabbi Shimon was so utterly certain that the pursuer had killed his victim. But because it was still considered only circumstantial evidence, he didn't see the actual killing of the man with his own eyes. And even if he had, he was only one witness. And Jewish law requires the evidence of at least two witnesses who actually saw the crime for a suspected person to be convicted, because the law had to be absolute to make sure that the circumstantial evidence would never convict an innocent man. And that is the way in which justice in Judaism has to conform to emet, to absolute truth.